All right, this is for Honors 11, Tuesday, February 16th. So I need you guys just to read chapter 24 only. Should only be about a 10-minute read. And then we're going to look at one particular passage from this chapter at the bottom of page 306 onto the top of page 307. Liz kind of pontificates on, the more I see of the world, the more I'm disappointed. So you go ahead and read all that. It's the top paragraph on 307. So here she's discussing her disappointment of late, regarding Charlotte's marriage. Okay, we know we wrote about that on the volume 1 quiz. So we don't need to talk about that anymore. But she, there's one other thing that she doesn't mention kind of specifically. All right. So it could be lots of different people. Think, Mr. Darcy, Ms. Bingley, Mr. Bingley, her parents, the rest of her family. Liz was definitely present and saw that her family was making fools of themselves at Mr. Bingley's party. So it could be any number of those things. Okay, so while you're doing this, whatever character you want to choose, pick a character that's going to be your kind of anchor. So while you're doing this, think about how Liz thinks about romance, her society, her family, her buried kind of conflicting feelings about Mr. Darcy. I guess you could even, throw in Mr. Wickham, didn't show up to the party. And if you read this chapter, he's back and been hanging out with them. And then also, Jane's recent dumping from, the Bingleys, essentially. So I don't need any quotes or anything like that. Just explain, what you believe to be kind of Liz's sense of self, her personality, her character, her personal character, not her character, and her maybe psychological reasonings for being upset about all this stuff. We saw in the film her, all twisted around on that like swing, which is, just a metaphor for what's going on in her mind, right? Everything's kind of turbulent right now, and she doesn't know. She doesn't know what she thinks she knows, but she thinks she knows it. So just think about that, because she is a very, kind of blunt and self-assured character. So again, just attach that to a character you think she might be hinting at in that passage. Okay, so as usual, just type it up, send as a PDF through email. It should be about a 10-minute read, maybe about a 10-minute write. So 5 or 6 sentences is probably more than enough. If you need more than that, go for it. But let's at least shoot for a minimum of 5, please. Okay? See y'all.